advantage. Good morning, Chappie. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Giorgio. I'm licking my wounds from last weekend. Team Chappie went 0-3. I'm not happy, so I had to bring in the big guns today. And Jason Avila, he's been up studying all night. He looks primed, focused, and ready, and we're going to whoop your butt. Not to get right to it, but let's get to it.
All right, I can't wait. And I am very, very excited, Chappie, because I have one of my favorite personalities in all of horse racing. And haven't seen her in a while, but boy, it is a pleasure to have her on the show. You've seen her on Fox Sports News, NBC, ESPN Radio, doing workout reports. She does it all. She's so talented, and it's just an honor to have her on the show. Welcome, Molly Jo Rosen.
It is a pleasure to be here with you guys. Thank you so much. I'm super, super, super excited. And I think the last time Chappie and Giorgio and I were in the same, I wasn't even in a room. It was the winner's circle, was Hollywood Park. So it's been a really long time. I'm so excited.
Wow. It's been a long time. I'm excited. And I you don't know this about me, but I know this about you. I absolutely love to dance. And I've been dancing my whole life. Love salsa, love merengue. I've been dancing. And Molly Jo, you are like a dance teacher, instructor. Is that right?
I have been teaching social style Latin dance, 17 different styles.
Wow.
Oh my God, a whole bunch of stuff since 2013. So,
wow.
It's been really, really, really fun. And I've danced my whole life, but nothing is more fun than just social style Latin and having fun. And salsa, zouk, merengue, kizomba. I specialized in samba, so all sorts of fun. And I promise I'm going to get you on the dance floor this year. We need the world to slow down because we need to dance a little.
Oh, I've been dancing since I was 13. That was the only way for me to possibly meet girls was to be a good dancer. So that was my secret weapon, Hey, let me tell you why. We're going to dance right into the winner's circle. And even though I love and respect him, we're going to beat the crap out of Jason Avila today, Molly Jo. It's going to be fantastic. Before we do that, tell me about horse racing, Flightline, all the exciting stuff that's been going on. And I think horse racing is now more popular than ever.
It hopefully is. Lord knows it should be. There is nothing like standing on the rail and feeling those horses come running by you. And, it is the single greatest sensation. These animals are incredible. And whether it's, a 12-5 claimer on a Friday at Santa Anita or, the Kentucky Derby, these animals and these athletes are incredible. And if you haven't had a chance, once the world slows down, to get out to morning works, selfishly as a clocker, I got to say, there is legit nothing better. And I am really hoping we get a whole bunch of starts out of Flightline this year, because that horse may very well define the term freak of nature right now. And I'm looking forward to seeing what John does with him and where he goes with him. And is it okay to say the sky's the limit for a horse with flight in his name?
Sure.
That sounds good. Hey, Jason, John Sadler said we could be looking at a historic type animal with Flightline. Do you agree?
Yeah, he's freaky for sure. You kind of hold your breath. The horse that fast, hopefully he can, like Molly said, get back to the races and get back often so we can really see what, he can do. But I mean, so far, I've been following the races since I was 5-6 years old. I remember horses probably as far back as that time. And I don't remember a horse who's had like maybe the first 3 starts of his career, the beginning of his career. I don't remember a horse who's been as freakish as him. So, he's exciting. I want to see him run more. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him stretch out. And I mean, the way he does it, you can just tell that it's effortless. And, if he can carry that speed, I mean, should be fun to see him develop.
I don't think there's any reason he can't carry that speed. I mean, like you said, you never know till you see him do it, but certainly bred to do it. And it makes everything look so easy. Last time he didn't even break well. Nobody even realizes that. He just made the lead in 3 jumps and cruised to whatever he won by 11 and some odd lengths. So yeah, unbelievable. Hopefully we'll get to see him soon. And like you guys said, more often.
Chappie, definitely very popular Flightline, and next year is going to be more popular. But the most popular horse, the Vo Populi, this year was Hot Rod Charlie. And, you know, he's a fan favorite. We love him. We love the barn. And we got a special day for him Saturday. Is that right?
Yeah, special day for him tomorrow. I believe he will be working at noon.
Ooh.
And then he will have some sort of presentation as well later on during the day. So tomorrow should be a big day. And Hot Rod Charlie, very popular. And so is Team O'Neill. So can't wait for another big day tomorrow. Weather's going to be terrific. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're going to be giving away, I think, for the first 1,500 people, a poster of Hot Rod Charlie. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Doug is going to be signing some of those with some social distancing. Okay, so you can't get right up to Doug and in his face and say thank you. Got to do it from, you know, this is the era we live in. So some social distancing, and Flightline sure knows about social distancing. Kept his distance away from every other competitor in the race. He's very health conscious. That's why Flightline's that like that.
We gotta love a COVID conscious pony.
That's right.
Exactly.
Monty Joe, I can't believe I'm lucky enough to be looking at you. It's so fantastic. I'm so happy you're here.
Oh,
And
thank you so much.
now let's prove it how good you are. We're gonna take some shots here. Let's go. You got $100 to win on one horse during the card here at Santa Anita. Who are you going with and why?
I am going to make y'all wait till the end of the day for this pony. I'm going to go race 9, the 1, Badger Kitten. I'm hoping we get a decent little price out of him. Beyond being just really fun to say, because who doesn't like to say Badger Kitten a lot, he's out of a mare I super remember liking, despite her lack of ability to break her maiden. I want to say it was for Kenny McPeak in like 2012 when I was back on the Gulfstream circuit. She's got some bobbles in the run line. I really like Bravo taking the call. It's also one of my favorite angles, is a horse who showed some ability, but kind of like her mama, took a little bit of time, but she actually figured it out. Such as, like in this case, she took her 6 starts. One of the things that I love is when they try first-time winners, a lot of times they tend to move forward because now they have the confidence boost. They know what they're doing. And by the way, in a not in the PP's fun fact, she was a $55,000 purchase last summer at the Horses of Racing Age sale in July of 2021. He's already earned half of that purchase price back. So looking forward to rooting for the connections today.
All right. The connections are what the trainers, I like to call him the Sultan of Sod, because boy, does he win a lot of races on the grass, especially with first-time North American starters. And Little Red Feather, all they do is win. And that's what we're gonna have a win in the last race to get us the victory. So put your hands up in the air, Chappie. It's your turn.
Yeah, you know what's funny too is we know how trainers get hot and cold, and D'Amato got off to a little bit of a cold start, but it looked like over the weekend he started to heat up. So I think things are starting to turn around for the D'Amato de Martin, which we knew would be inevitable anyways. So,
and in that race, they scratched the 4 Sweet Soulmate,
Mm-hmm.
probably the biggest spread.
That second time Baltus horse, I was going to go 1, 4, 5 in there. I have a little bit of a soft spot for the 5. We sold her when I was the controller at Blue Water. So not so sure racehorse is what her like really total thing she wants to do is, but you know, you got to love when you got to pet him as a yearling. So I'm going to go 1, 5 in the 9th for me.
All right. Chappie, it's your turn to come with a win bet.
All right, Jason, where are you heading for the win bet and why?
All right, I'm going to try to match Molly's win with a win in the 7th race, and I'm going to take the 6-horse Javanica. I've been watching this filly from her early start in her career, and she ran a really good second to Rombauer. We all know who Rombauer is. I think she's classy. I mean, she's a nice filly. She's been in a little bit tough her last 2 races. I think when the smoke settles, these other 2 fillies, the 3-horse Thrilling and the 1 Quora, I think they might end up being better than her, but I think she's going to be in a position today where the circumstances just look like it's the spot to bet her. She's got enough speed to track, and I think she's going to have a middle move. She does have a middle move, I think, just from watching her races, and I think it's going to be perfect for down the hill. D'Amato's got the 5-horse Greg's Diva. I think is going to be pace, and I don't think she wants to go 6.5. And I think Thrilling's going to press the pace. So I think she'll be setting hopefully right off of them. and make a middle move. And I think the 6.5 down the hill, as long as they stay on it, I think it'll hit her right between the eyes. So I'm going to take Javanica in the 7th race.
Definitely going to stay on it. And usually that route speed cutting back does well down the hill. And Javanica certainly has not avoided any top horses. This is certainly some class relief today. So I like your chances at 4-1.
Yeah, in that race, scratch the 8. Bristol Bayou is out of the race. So if you guys tuning in, there's a scratch in that race as well. Pretty good scratch. I mean, he had a chance. Bristol Bayou.
I have a feeling Bristol Bayou was hoping for dirt only. If you look at the
yeah, could be. But Javanica, you're right, man. She went against Going Global. Rumbauer, who didn't. It was announced Rumbauer's going to retire. Is that right, Molly Jo?
Correct.
I missed that news. I know he'd been galloping. He looks, God dang, is he a good-looking pony?
Yeah.
And I will say Javanica's El Camino Real Derby. I don't care that she lost it by a neck. That was one of the races that will forever live in my mind. That was just gutsy and gritty, and she is one of those horses where every time she shows up in the PPs, and it feels like he runs her a lot, even though when I looked at it, it actually is pretty, spaced out. You just can't help but root for her because she just shows up and runs a race, and I love good horses.
You need to get a little bit more passionate about the game, Molly Jo.
I mean, really, if it wasn't so much fun, like, how many of us have friends who are doctors and lawyers and have real jobs? I mean, dude, we get to watch horses run in circles all day long. This is the best thing ever.
When I came to work today, somebody passed by the security guard and said, "Hey, another day in paradise." And the security guard sarcastically said, "Yeah, this is like Disneyland." And in my mind, I was thinking, this is my Disneyland. I am so lucky to work here. Anyway.
But Disneyland doesn't have Sally to get to rub on every day.
No.
This is definitely George and I's Disneyland.
Oh, my, for sure.
This is our office every day. I think we're doing all right.
Yeah. Hey, all right. Now let's get to the exacta. Molly Jo, you've got $100 to work with in an exacta, straight or box or part wheel. What are you doing with your exacta?
I am a huge fan of the exacta box. I will gladly half my investment if it means that I get more combinations to work with. This bunch sort of I'm going to go in the 3rd. This bunch sort of seems to trade wins, so I'm kind of in a who takes it today's kind of a place. I'm going to box the 4 and the 9. Stage ready. She's back in for the tag. Second off the claim for Mullins. Second start in 5 months. Always runs his race. Johnny V gets up. I think he should want the distance despite the 0-for-3 record, but it's a little deceptive. He missed the win by just 2 after closing pretty strong last time at trying it. Okay, granted, it was all the way back in Ellis in summer of 2020. And I think the other thing to note is watch for the horse in the first. I think she's one of the 2, that Debbie because in the 2 back they got beat by Debbie. So we maybe be able to gauge a little bit of this guy's talent off that a smidge. And I really, 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 yes, I'm a slight chalk eating weasel on this one. I love the 9. I think Keystone Field, yes, it's 8-5 on the morning line, as it should be. Class dropping speed, draws the outside, cuts back off a near miss, rough trip. And I know, we talked about Phil D'Amato starting off a little slow this meet. I think we've seen a lot of the barns do that. And if you're looking to duck a price because of a barn slow start at the meet, dismiss a horse like this from the Mandela barn at your own peril, because I will gladly take the money that you leave on the table. Thank you very much. If you were looking for other horses to play underneath, maybe take a look at the 7 and the 6 as well. I think Cleopatra Strike, you gotta love a Samson Farm pedigree, right? But I'm gonna go exacta box in the 3rd, the 4 and the 9.
All right, 4-9 Keystone Field, ridden by that man Pratt. He's doing okay, Molly.
I mean, he can ride a horse. He's
all right.
I mean, if I was gonna, have to name a rider, I mean, you get,
all right. He happens to be available. I'll take him.
Right. Seems like he and Johnny V went about 85% of the races so far this meet, so can't go wrong there.
Are we really surprised?
What's that?
Are we really surprised by that, though?
No.
Johnny V dominated the East Coast for how long? And I had the pleasure of watching him and, legging him up on horses when we owned with Puglisi and all that good stuff. And it's like getting to watch the jock colony in Southern California truly come back as strong as we all remember it being a couple years. And not that it had much of a dip for a while there, but watching guys like Pratt totally rock coast to coast and come up and just, it's just incredibly cool. I think we've got a really neat jock colony out here right now.
Yep, no question about it. Yep. All right, Jason, exacta time. Let's go, my brother. She's got her A game going so far.
We're going back to race 7. I'm going to play a $50 exacta, 1-3 over the 6. So I'm going to use Javanica in second, kind of use it as a place bet basically. And I think the other 2 fillies that I had mentioned before, if she doesn't win, I think it's going to be one of these 2 fillies. So it's kind of a backup bet. It's a bit of a safe play. I don't want to get blanked. I want to try to avoid that tiebreaker. So we're going to go 1-3 with 6 in the 7th race.
All right, so 1-3 with 6. We've seen a lot of people do this strategy, Georgie, in the past. So I like the way he's doing it. And I don't think we're going to need the tiebreaker today. I really don't.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. That's a tough race, by the way. The tiebreaker race. I'm a little scared.
Don't you agree, George? Yeah.
But I'm a little scared.
Chappie, you better win that first pick because I like one a little bit in there.
Chappie, just about every time we have the show, Chappie says we're not going to need the tiebreaker today. We usually need the tiebreaker.
That's why I was laughing. No, we won't.
Fade a little.
These 2 are strong. There's no chance we need it today.
Hey, Molly Joe, you said our jockey colony here rocks. You rock. You are rocking it. It's so great that you need to be on TV early and often and a lot more than you're on right now. You are fantastic, and hopefully we'll keep it going. We're going to try to keep it going by getting some winners for the Winners Foundation. That's our charity that we're playing for. Wonderful foundation to help. They help so many people around the racetrack here in California. So hopefully our handicappers will turn their $300 into over $1,000. If they do, then Winners Foundation will get some extra money there as well. All right, Molly, this is your final bet, your daily double. Where are you going and why?
I'm also very glad y'all went daily double because this bet I've hit the single wager I have never hit in my entire handicapping career, publicly or privately, is a super high 5 or a pentafecta, as my friend Robert Geller says. So one of these days I'm taking that thing down. But in my double, I am going to go 5-6. I like 2 price ponies in here.
What race is this?
5 and 6. We're going to roll race 5 into race 5-6. Sorry. Race 5 into 6. You can tell I have a toddler because I do everything in hand gestures and counting with my fingers. So I'm going to go 3x3 on this one. Augusta Melody, I think most inside of the speed, she's going to prefer to sit just off the hip. Cedillo's figured him out pretty darn near perfect in the 4 starts since shipping west. This is essentially first-time turf since he's seen a lot since the Gulfstream route try a year ago. I'm sort of here to see how he handles it because the pedigree says probably, and I'm willing to try at a decent price. I think we're looking at 8-1 on the morning line, so I'm rooting for that. If you're looking for other horses, maybe underneath the 1 and the 2 and the 4, kind of interesting, but I'm going to go 3, roll that over into the 3 with the, in race 6, Awesome Drive, sitting at 6-1 on the morning line, gets a smidge more, smidge more class relief, bug weight, staying at a flat mile when she wasn't able to corner strong on the low sal hook. Looks like the trick to her best efforts, granted they were on the lawn, is to let her have her head early and see if she finds that familiar old closing kick again. I'm very curious about the tactics they take with the 3, Awesome Drive in the 6. I think that's a really, just from a trainer standpoint, I'm curious to see what they're going to do there. Other horse that I might look at using if you were going to play some other things would be the 6, Destiny's Journey, obviously speed, class relief. And another one, I think Abel Cedillo is going to have a really good day. Wins, I'm not so sure, but hitting the board, I think he's going to bring home a bunch of checks. So my double would be race 5 to race 6, 3x3.
Wow, Chappie, I dare say if Molly Joe hits that daily double, it's good night, Irene, man. That's going to be a huge $100 daily double, and hopefully that'll certainly take some extra money for the Winners Foundation, Chappie.
Yeah, a couple of nice prices there. I like your thinking. And Jason, I don't want to go 0-for-4 to start this meet off, so I'm going to be the Grinch if you lose this today, so no pressure. But where are you going with the double?
No pressure, chap. I'm going back to race 7. I'm putting all my eggs in one basket. I'm gonna go with Javanica, number 6, to the 1 horse Adair Manor and the 4 Miss Everything in the 8th race. I just think in that 8th race, it's the 2 logicals. I think those 2 horses are going to be the fastest in the race early. I think at this point they're probably the best on paper, the fastest on paper. Baffert's, obviously one you always got to look at. I think that filly ran first time out. She ran really well. Second time out, she was forcing the pace, and it was an okay race. I was a little bit disappointed. I expected a little bit better, but I think she's going to come back and get the trip that she wants. And if it's not her, I think it's Miss Everything. DeSormo gets on for his brother. We'll see. These all these fillies get first time Lasix, so who knows? They could step up and do something much different than what they've already done. But we're going to take a shot with the 1 and the 4. Hopefully Javanica can win. And if Molly hits that daily double, it's not going to matter if I hit all 3 bets. She's going to crush. So let's hope she doesn't hit that ice cold double.
So obviously we have a lot riding on Javanica, and then a couple things about the 8th race that Jason mentioned. That Adair Manor, the 1, the Baffert, first time out, lost by a neck to a very good O'Neill horse, Awake at Midnight, who came back to run second time out loose by a neck going long on the turf, and then was running in the stake tomorrow. And also another note is the horse who beat Miss Everything last time out, Under the Stars, is a very talented Bob Baffert horse. And Adair Manor outworked Under the Stars last time out when they worked in the morning. So I think there's plenty of talent with the 1. I think the betting will reflect that. But we just need to get the double home. I don't care what the price is, Jason.
Exactly.
As we've seen before with other handicappers, Jason's put all his eggs in one basket, and if Javanica doesn't do well, then just like his pick in race number 8, he's going to miss everything. If Javanica doesn't
I'm
win.
done. Thank you. That was the pun of the day. You win.
Walk off.
You're welcome.
All right, check it out. What do I got here, Tab B?
Oh, the Wheel of Doom. Yeah, I forgot about that. Let's go.
It's fixed. It always lands on me, right?
Yeah, George has won every Wheel of Doom. I think he's got a little something behind there. Will see how the 1 arm is missing? He's cheating.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, shocker.
Yes.
He's 4 for 4.
What? Molly, you get first pick in the tiebreaker. Who you going with, just in case we blank?
Oh, this race is so interesting. It's kind of a race where, like, who really wants to win it or who really doesn't? We all love these kinds of races. I really, really want to pick a price pony, but I'm sorry. Elena, my princess, 8-5. Call me a chalk-eating weasel if you must. I get it. I'm here for it. Debuted for double the tag. Wasn't perfect. Slightly, it was over that slightly hookier low sal turn. I think she's going to want the sweeping turn here. It reads like the perfect experience you cannot get from a series of morning works. Sometimes you just got to load them in the gate and let them run. I think this is a horse a favorite for all the right reasons. So I'm going to try and go price ponies all the way through. But if it comes down to a tiebreaker, favorites win 33% of the time. Yep. We're gonna root for like 33.1% today.
All right.
I don't think it's going to come to the tiebreaker, but all you got to do is beat Jason's horse anyways. You could run 3rd and he could run 4th. So
I will say I do like another horse in there. I do think the 5 is super, super, super interesting in a race where nobody really necessarily wants to win, it looks like on paper. But I am going to go with the chalk on the 8.
Are you giving Jason hasn't given his pick yet? You're giving him ammo here.
I'm here to help.
It's all right. I made my pick. It's okay.
By the way,
George, he said he had a lock in this one, so I wasn't worried.
George is on assignment tomorrow, but if tomorrow perhaps the Wheel of Doom comes to George again, then I'm gonna bring in a third party on Sunday to see if this is fixed, because something's going on here. Jason, who's your pick?
I'm gonna go with the 2, Lil's Big Shot. She was off poorly last time, first time out at Los Al. I think she was in a little bit of bad part of the track that day too. So I'm looking for some improvement. She does face a little bit of class relief on paper, except for the outside filly that Molly Joe picked. But I'm going to take a shot with Lil's big shot, and hopefully we don't have to worry about that tiebreaker. I really don't think we are, actually. I think
No.
I think we're going to hit some stuff today. So
That's
we'll cross
a given. Georgie,
Molly Joe, you got we got like 3 minutes left in the show. Real quickly, what does the future hold for you in horse racing? When are we going to see you again? We love you.
I love you too. And I obviously have, a mild passion for this sport. I live like 7 minutes from Santa Anita, so y'all are sort of stuck with me as long as COVID,
Right.
keeps the grandstand open. I'm going to come out to the track a whole lot more. I very much need, I was saying it to Chappie earlier, I very much need to be clocking ponies again. So if you see me out there in the morning, please say hi. And certainly somewhere between me and Tiny with binoculars and a stopwatch, we got this. Speaking of workouts, and I know you guys were mentioning Good Workmates earlier. Microshare in the 8th has been working against a very, very, very nice, talented filly named Vivacious Vanessa. She's running soon, I do believe. Very much looking forward to seeing her back. You're not going to get a price, I'm sorry, because it's a My Racehorse horse, but Microshare, really, really, really cool animal. So for me, I'm always around. I never go anywhere. It's this sport. You try and go away and it just sucks you back in. And
like the Godfather.
There are worse things in the world than, as I said earlier, watching horses run in circles. So, anytime anyone wants to reach out, I know I took a little bit of a social media break, meant to do it for like 3 weeks and it turned into like 6 months. Sorry, but I swear, come talk to me on the Twitter. Let's talk ponies anytime. One of my favorite things to do, and I'm sure most folks who are watching this know most of the answers to most of our Racing 101 fan stuff, or fan education stuff, but there are no stupid questions in horse racing. I am lucky enough to have worked all sides of it for somehow 19 years. So, if you've got questions about what we're doing in this wild, wonderful, wacky world, please ask. I am at Molly Jo Rosen. It's all of those names. Am I going this way? This way. There we go. Put together. Please ask. I love nothing more than to share all the fun stuff that I know and love about this game, because there is truly nothing better, except maybe the 5-year-old Tiny Teppin. Maybe.
And Jason, you will be coming out to play the tournament tomorrow. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm going to make my my brief but strong run at the NHC. I like that tournament tomorrow that you guys put on out there. It's one of my favorite formats. So I'm going to give it a shot and see what happens. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Kind of coming back off of a little bit of a break. So we'll see if I can shake off the rust today and then do something good tomorrow.
By the way, our tournament's now completely run by producer Tyler and yours and Mr. George O there. So they are in charge. So if you have any complaints, you know where to find him.
It's good that I have your number. Just saying.
Georgie?
Right, that's it. You guys, one of you two will come back in February for round 2. It's been a pleasure. You guys were both wonderful. Chappie, the last words before we say goodbye.
No, good luck to you both. Molly Jo, it was great having you on. It was terrific. I haven't seen you in a long time, and well done. It was nice having you here.
Nice.
Jason, I know you.
Thank
You're
you so
fine.
much.
All right.
Always have fun with you guys.
Have a
Thanks.
great
luck,
have a
guys.
great weekend, everyone.
Have a good one.